As I approached the bench, I noticed that he was not the only one on the bench. There was another man who was talking to him. So I thought, oh, okay. I'll just respect their space and let them be. So I walked all the way down to the end of the sidewalk, started walking back, and I heard this other man reading out of a miniature Bible to the homeless man, and I thought, I am meant to be here. And so I quickly asked the question, do you mind if I join you? And I sat right in between them on the bench. Is this something I would normally do? Yes, it is. Because I'm not bound by culture or political correctness or anything else at this point in my life, in my journey. I took off my boots so that my feet could enjoy some sunshine. And the man on my right, come to find out, is an ex-convict. And he is reading out of the Bible to the man on my left, who is the homeless man. And as he reads, we converse a little, and I tell a little of my story and my conversion story, and he tells me of his conversion story. And that's that. So I offer to the homeless man that I would love to, he takes off his hat at one point and says, oh, this hair is so dirty, you know. I said, well, there's a salon right around the corner. I would love to wash and cut your hair for you if you'd like. And he said, oh, that might be nice. And I also offered to eat lunch with him. So after the ex-convict left to go to work, we went and shared a sandwich, and I let him order a 12-inch and told him that I eat anything and I love eating anything. So he was welcome to get whatever he thought sounded good. And we sat on the bench outside and we talked and we ate. And this homeless man, little did I know that he was absolutely God's messenger for me. He helped perpetuate a major breakthrough for me. One of my latter breakthroughs, because my rebirth really happened last year, and I have felt like I'm actually living for the first time, really living, and I see Christ and I feel him, and it's the most miraculous thing, transformation that's ever happened for me. But there was still something lingering, and he could see it right away, and he mentioned it. And we got to talk while we were in the salon, and I was washing and cutting his hair. And there was a feeling of holiness there that I can't deny. And I know that some of the girls that were looking on also felt it, because they came up afterward and commented on it. Okay, so fast forward, I let him know before we departed that I would love to give him a manicure. I saw his really dirty hands because he's working hard with his hands to try to get enough to eat every day. And he said, well, I don't know if I can schedule an appointment because I'm here, there, and everywhere, and I don't really have a way to keep time. So I said, oh, that's fine. So to my surprise, this week on Thursday or Wednesday, I saw that he was on the books on Saturday morning for a manicure. So I got really pretty excited and hopeful, because this is a very special man. Even though he's living on the streets, he told me that he knew his purpose, and that his purpose was people. And knowing that he had affected me and influenced me by the few words that he said, I was excited to have a second meeting with him. And on Thursday, I kid you not, the message backup plan came from 3 different sources throughout the day. And God speaks to us in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. And he speaks to us through anything and everything, if we're willing to listen and try to seek and hear him. So I thought, what does backup plan mean? I don't know. Next morning, also on Thursday, I felt inspired to fast. Every time I went to eat for lunch, and I thought, no, I need to fast. The Spirit was so present and so strong throughout the day, and there were a couple people that told me their dreams, and I was able to help interpret them by the Spirit, and just everything throughout the day kind of lined up. The Spirit was very present, and the Lord was working with and through me. So come Thursday night, third witness of backup plan. Friday morning, I pushed myself too hard on the bike ride back from taking the kids to school, and I had an episode of exercise-induced asthma, and I pushed my body hard enough that I threw my body into shock. And my husband recognized the signs, and so he comforted me through it as I tried to recover for the next 20 minutes. And it felt like hell. So I was able to get myself together. This is Friday morning again. And I was able to go drop off my son so that I could attend beauty school. And when I arrived at beauty school, I was continuing to have this major mucus buildup, and I was trying to breathe as well as I could, but I just couldn't get enough breath. And my friend was worried because she has asthma. She said it's not going to get better until you go get an inhaler or something. And before I knew it, I just started bawling. It was like coming down off of that adrenaline of holding it all together when my body had been in shock. And I went into the bathroom and was able to clean myself up, come back, take a test, got 98%. And then everything just started happening. For the next 2.5 hours, I hardly even knew what was happening, but I was afraid that my heart was not doing okay and I couldn't breathe. And I went into a full-blown, so intense panic attack. I mean, extremely intense. And I was rushed by ambulance to the hospital, and they checked out my heart and lungs. Everything was fine, and I was exhausted for the full day after, and on into the next morning. I was still a little exhausted. So Saturday morning comes, and Matthew doesn't show up, the homeless man. And that's okay, because I figure he's probably working or he probably forgot. I'm going to still go look for him. So I go outside and I look for him, and I'm not finding him, but I see another young homeless man laying on a bench. And I asked this homeless man, "Do you know a homeless man named Matthew?" And he said, "Oh, yes, he's my little cousin. He was sleeping over in that parking lot." He named the name of the building. And I said, "Okay, well, he signed up for, I've washed his hair before. He signed up for a manicure. I'm going to go see if I can find him. He probably forgot." So I ran and tried to find him and couldn't find him. So I came back and I said, "Would you like a manicure?" And this man said, "Sure." So he came in with me, and come to find out, this man, unlike Matthew, who knows his purpose and really helped me, to cause me to begin to have a great breakthrough in my life. This new homeless man was the backup plan. And now I understood the reason that I felt inspired to fast the day before. I sat there for the next 40 minutes or so and held this man's hands. And he let me know that he was sure that God hated him because of all that had gone wrong from the beginning of his life. He had been born into a life of crime. His father was an assassin. He had just tried to kill himself again that morning, Saturday morning. And I was able to share what I understood about our Savior and let him know that if I can be whole, then he too can be whole. And I just bore testimony of what I understood. Now, after the breakthrough I've had today, my goodness, I know that my understanding was, our understanding is always limited or minimal, right? But with each little breakthrough, it's just incredible what more is brought to our understanding and our consciousness. And so that night, I was going to pray for this specific homeless man. And I had one of the most powerful spiritual experiences of my life. And it's too sacred to share, but all of these events in sequence make perfect sense now. And always we are attacked before some major breakthrough within ourselves and also for others. So my message is, hang in there. If you're feeling attacked or like things are going really chaotic or wrong in your life, know that, just hang in there through it. Rejoice in the opportunity to live and to learn and to expand because you're about to make a breakthrough. I think of it like layers upon layers of a cocoon that we're in. And once we bust completely out of the cocoon, then we are ready to inherit all that our Father has, that He wants to give to us. So hang in there. Life is an incredible, incredible experience. when we turn to God for understanding